Nav manual. Probably for the Normandy, maybe? I don't know. Ambassador, Captain, hello.
I saw your fellow's report. If we had known anything about the Thorian, Exogeny would never have been given the permits to start a colony there.
Well, of course they wouldn't.
Thank God the colony survived. We can't afford to have too many failures out in the Traverse. It's one of our major expansion regions.
Well, I mean, it's not a matter of expansion, Ambassador. It's a matter of protecting them, too. I was hoping that was what we could get you to do when I came here. Was you could leverage for some defense turrets to be posted there or something like that.
You don't give a damn about the colonists. It's all just politics to you, isn't it?
Okay, well, I wasn't meaning to bust his balls that bad.
Who charges in to save the day, Commander. But we each serve humanity in our own way. You can't escape interstellar politics. It's part of the big picture, and sometimes it isn't pretty.
And it's not really what I do, so I mean...
Just ignore him, Shepard. The ambassador's a little bitter sometimes. Comes with the job.
I imagine. Alright, well, Captain, I actually wanted to talk to you about something.
Yes, Commander?
Well, a couple of things, actually. We've already talked to him about these two, so I'm not too concerned with them. Two things. One, the Artemis Tau Cluster, because we're going there next.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau Cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
Right, because she's a Prothean expert. I gotcha. And other thing, I was involved in, I don't want to call it an incident, because it wasn't really an incident, but there was a blackmailer. He mentioned an Armiston Baines.
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
I mean, are you sure? He has a blackmailer working for him. I don't imagine he could do that from beyond the grave.
The people I spoke with seemed to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military is keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
It sounds suspicious. But what was... Do we want to ask about the scout ship? Actually, yeah, because if we ask about the scout ship, we might find out, why it was foul play. So let's ask about the scout ship.
What can you tell me about the ship?
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahuku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body. Admiral
Kahuku. Actually, he's the one in the Citadel Tower, right? We'll go check him out.
I might look into it later.
Is there anything else, Commander?
No, sir. That's all I needed to know.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Thank you, Captain. Alright, so next on our list, let's see. Let's go look at the journal real quick just so I can get some of these other ones out of here. There's the Masana Dantius one, the Rogue VI one. Earth's moon? The VI is on Earth's moon? Are you kidding me? Oh, that's exciting. But we have a shit ton to do. Alright, well, we'll be taking care of that in the next several sessions. Like I said in the Codex readings last episode, we will be doing a lot here in not too long. Okay, Tutorial Arrow, you're going to get what you want here. I'll use the damn rapid transit. I think I've already used it before, and you just didn't disappear. You just came back again to haunt me forever. But to the Citadel Tower. Alright, Admiral Kahuku was the one over at the, he's a rear admiral as well. We'll have to be a little more formal with him than we were before. But he was the one over here at the communications device trying to,
waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants.
Do that. Rear Admiral, I might be able to help you more than they could. Hello.
Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
Well, thank you, although that's not really what I'm here for.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahuku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Yeah, I think I heard about the problems, but tell me about them a little bit.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I will do that for you. We'll see. I mean, I can't really say don't worry because I don't think they're alive if they dropped out of contact, unless it's another situation like a Aku's where they're just holed up somewhere. But we'll see what we can do.
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm going to stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though. I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers.
All right, thanks. But I had one more thing to talk to you about, actually.
Commander, any luck finding my recon group?
Not yet, but I need to ask you about Armiston Baines.
Captain Anderson said you had information on Baines.
Not as much as I'd like to. One of my crews found him, frozen stiff on board a derelict vessel. The missing recon group? The one I sent you to find? They were scouting the system we found Baines' ship in.
Oh, that explains a lot. Okay. Why didn't he tell me? I was just here, so I don't really need to know why he didn't tell me. Well, we're gonna go find him anyway, and we'll find out about it, but I guess we could ask. Why not?
You should have mentioned this earlier, Admiral.
Baines is already dead. It's too late for him. I'm only concerned about my team. Someone has to find them.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Please, Shepard, I'm counting on you.
Not to worry, sir. We'll take care of things. Hey, is that, I think it is. Hello? Emily?
Commander Shepard, could I have another word with you?
Oh, you need another favor, don't you?
Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
So you're investigating... Seems like a weird leap, huh? From investigating a, crime boss to traffic controllers.
That seems like a step down from wide-scale corruption.
Actually, in a way, it's more important. This isn't about people getting rich. This is about safety.
Oh, well, now you have my ear.
I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
Let's talk about this a little bit. Okay, so... Function of bug, danger of bug, importance of story, results of story. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I think we'll do function, danger, importance, results. So we'll do it in that order.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about.
Not really,
I just
but...
need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
Okay, so you're trying to make sure that they're not, like, going downhill as the days go on. I mean, if they're working hours and hours and hours, they could be inefficient, which would be bad. And then, you know, the company would have to switch that. Okay, so is there any danger behind this bug? Can it cause any problems for them?
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
Not even the keepers, right? Because there's a keeper in the traffic control office there. So let's hear about this story that you want to publish.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
No, we don't. We need to hire more people in order to fill the void, basically. But, so you're going to publish this once we get results on this, right?
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
That's a good point. Let's see what we can do.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
I sure hope so. Alright, let's check in on this place. It's actually in CSEC headquarters, so we're going to go there next. I guess I could have gone and talked to Dr. Michelle after this and just gone like straight back up there. But oh well, we'll take care of it. And just in case anybody's wondering, this is the last side quest that I have to do here on the Citadel before we can go ahead and do all of the other side quests that are burning a hole in my journal over there. Just in case you were concerned that we would be here for another hour or so, it's not the case. Is that terminal gone now? Yeah, it is. The one that was in there that was secured before, I think that had to do with Helena Blake and her little problems that she had there. But the traffic controller's office is right up here. We've actually been in here before, and we got a couple of codex entries from it, but yeah. There's only 3 people monitoring all the traffic in the Citadel. Seems like kind of a waste, huh? You know, from behind, this guy to my right here kind of looks like another character that we'll see way later in the series, but maybe I'm just imagining things. I don't know if this is inconspicuous. It is pretty close to the Keeper. I hope the frequency isn't a big deal here. Let's plant it and see what happens. It said it's only recording audio and video, and the frequencies emitted wouldn't actually interrupt anything, so hopefully that means that this isn't going to become a problem. Because if it did, I would feel terrible, especially if it blew up one of the Keepers with the frequency, like the fact that that's there. I mean, again, she didn't make it sound like there was any, malignant intentions or any. She sounded like she was very thorough with the bug, so I don't imagine it would cause any problem for the Keeper there. But if it did, well, they would know about it, and then I don't know if the Council would back her anymore if that was the case. Actually, let's go see if the Spectre Terminal has anything new now that we're above level 20. I forget if I think he restocks on some stuff every now and then. No, not here either. I'm looking. There was a terminal that I could find somewhere around on the Citadel here. I forget where it was, where I could get another journal mission or another assignment for later, but I don't know where it is, so I'm not worried about it.
Hello, Commander.
Hello. I need to look at your supplies.
Show me what you got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Thank you. Move we got. Ooh, a Stinger 6. Holy crap. Turian medium armor. That's nice. It's Onyx, so it's not necessarily as good as it could be. It's basically the opposite of what Phoenix 4 is. It's just more damage protection and less tech protection. I've been thinking about that, though. I think the medium armor for Garrus is going to be more based on that. It's going to be more for like damage protection and less for tech protection. So maybe the thing that I should get him is an armor that has high damage protection and shields, and then give him a hardening like Rex and Ashley have. So that's probably what I'm going to do with his thingamajigger. Just not yet. Agent 3, that's not bad. That'd be the same thing that Garrus was wearing when we got him, except it's a little bit more powerful than the one he had at the beginning. What does this do? This is power bonus with more cooldown bonus. And how many of them are there? There's 2. Good, we need 2 actually. How many are they? 2850? And I can get this slice. Ooh, Jesus. 6,000, 9,000, 12. Okay, so I can get both of these. Alright, we'll get these 2, since we don't have any better amps yet. And we'll get this license. And now we're basically broke. So I will be glad when we finally get all of these other journal entries done, because then we should be basically rolling in money. Like, we will not have any money problems whatsoever as soon as we get done with all of the stuff in our journal. Which is pretty much what we're going to do once this is all done. Because, where are we going? The Citadel Tower. Because once we get all this stuff done, that will have given the cipher enough time to possibly have processed in my system, and if it didn't, well, then we'll go find Dr. Tassoni. We might find her in the process of doing all these quests anyway, so. That's my game plan, and I'm sticking to it, although right now we need to stick to the game plan of helping Emily Wong with her story.
I'm already getting readings. This is gonna make a great story. Thank you so much for your help. Here, this is everything I've got from my publisher's budget.
Yeah, I'd like to think it's a good cause. Like I said, Shepard's pretty much a believer in free press, so it's a good cause.
It was no problem. Good luck with your story. It deserves to be heard.
I appreciate your support. I hope this will save some lives in the long run. Thanks again for your help. I'm going to show this to my publisher.
Yeah, go do that. Again, don't overdo it with the readings, though. There's a keeper, like, right next to that bug, and if you overdo it, you might blow him up, and then that blows all of your backing with the council. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? Oh, I just remembered something. That Gareth guy is still standing over there, right? The one that told us, hey, you need to go find my brother. He's kind of on that ship out in space. Whoops. Well, we won't bother with him for right now because I haven't found him yet. I was going to start talking, but then I realized there'd be a loading screen. But yeah, as I was saying, we won't bother with him for right now, but when we come back to the Citadel next to purchase some armor, he probably won't be glitching through the floor like Caden just did. No, he'll probably be, we might have better news for him, is what I was going to say. Hopefully, anyway. I mean, his brother's ship was attacked, but that doesn't mean he's not still holed up out there somehow.
I'd love to see what the Normandy can do in a fight.
The Normandy isn't built for a stand-up fight. I'd rather rely on the IES than the shields.
But the stealth drive adds a new tactical level to space combat as we know it. Surprise attacks, undetected flanking maneuvers.
I don't know, Garrus. I'd rather not be the first one up the ladder in terms of figuring out new tactics.
Yeah, especially when we're on a mission as important as the one we're on. That's the kind of stuff you test in a lab, rather than getting into a firefight and then getting blown out of the sky and never being able to catch Saren, you know? But I know you two are just talking tactics. I feel like Caden and Garrus would have a pretty good, if to use very colloquial terms that I would never use in real life, a bromantic relationship. I feel like they'd be good friends, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe they will as we go along here. They haven't really talked to each other that much yet, but their conversations here on the Citadel seem to indicate that they get along pretty well, I think.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Something I wonder from a lore standpoint, did Serta do the stuff for the decontamination process here? Like, because they're doing Metagel, which helps out with a lot of wound treatment and all that stuff. Would they be the ones who did like the mist stuff that's there?
The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Or is that stuff that like was already established long before humans came to the Citadel? Did they perfect the technology? Did they innovate the technology? Or did they not have a hand in it? That's something I'm curious about, but I don't know if I'm going to get an answer anytime soon. Okay, so we have codex entries to read, but we'll do those later, probably after we take care of a few of these journal entries here. So we've got missing Marines here in the Sparta system. Have we been to Sparta? No, that's in the Artemis Tau cluster. Okay, so we'll go look for them in a little while. This is also an Artemis Tau. This is on the moon, of all things. I'm just trying to look at a priority bracket here. I think I know how I want to do this, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Okay, that's in Kepler Verge, which we need to go back to Attican Beta just to get to anyway. Ton Actis is hiding somewhere in the Argus Rho cluster, which I think is also off the Attican Beta cluster, if I recall correctly. We'll look at the galaxy map and we'll head in those directions anyway. This one's in the Voyager cluster, which is off Attican Beta. And we need to... I think we're going to do the shipments and samples first, because it might have to do with the Thorian, and we probably want to eliminate those so that way it doesn't come back. Excuse me. Or, if they're zombies of some kind, we can just put them out of their misery, you know? This one's in Maroon Sea, which is also off the Attican Beta cluster. And then there's these Geth activities in the Armstrong Nebula, which is maybe off of the Pharos Attican Beta cluster. I'm not 100% sure on that. Then there's this one in Maroon Sea as well. So we've got a couple in the Maroon Sea. We've got to investigate this facility. We've got to investigate these samples and shipments. So basically, I think we'll do the Pharos, the post-Pharos missions first, because we have one in the Maroon Sea there. We have this one in the Maroon Sea, and we have this one in the Voyager cluster. This is Argus Rho, this is Kepler Verge, this is local, this is Artemis Tau, this is Artemis Tau. So we'll do investigations based on those things first. These are all just, ones that we'll do radiant as we go. Then there's Hostile Takeover. Now, where is the other Crime Lord? We went to the Hades Gamma Cluster in the DIS system. So we need to go to the Han system of Gemini Sigma in order to get the next guy. I'll have to look at where that is so we can see where we're going for that. But I think what we're going to do is we'll probably... Now, this one is in Novaria, right? Yeah, in the Horsehead Nebula. And the Horsehead Nebula is where Novaria is. We won't be going to Novaria, but we might go there just on the way to Attican Beta so that we can get to all those other separate ways that we need to go. So we can take care of this one, because it's been sitting in our inventory for a long time, so it might be worth looking into. This one's in Argus Row, so when we go do Rex's, we'll go do that one. This is Conrad Werner, and he's just a weirdo. Biotic Commune. This is in Hawking Edda, which is out by Attican Beta as well, I think. So we've got Hawking Edda, Argus Row, the Voyager Cluster, Horsehead Nebula, what's it called? Gemini Sigma. We basically have to go all over the place is what I'm trying to say. So let's look at the galaxy map and just kind of see where we're going to be going. That rogue VI was pretty...
Message coming in.
We got another message. Hang on.
Patching it through.
Commander, Ms. Al-Jalani's story on you just aired.
Oh, great.
She shouldn't have ambushed you like that. But you handled it pretty well.
Well, I'd like to think I did the best I could, sir.
We had differences of opinion, sir. I hope she at least believed my sincerity.
You handled yourself pretty well, Commander. She came across like a raving idiot. Just wanted to let you know what the response was back home. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
Well, thank you, sir. I'm glad that they were appreciative of my honesty. But yeah, that rogue VI thing seems pretty important, although the Geth incursions thing also seems pretty important, but we'll take care of that too at some point here. Okay, so Exogeny stuff. Horsehead Nebula's here. Can we get to Pharos from there? Can we go here, then here, then here? I think we have to go through here once we go to Novaria in order to get to Hades Gamma again to get to Pharos. But I think, let's see, Armstrong's there, Voyager's there, the Maroon Sea's out here, Gemini Sigma's there, Argus Row is there. What's this one? Hawking Edda is there. Wow, that's pretty close to the event horizon of the... Is that what it's called in the middle of the galaxy? Whatever it's called, the middle of the galaxy. I forget what it's called exactly. But Kepler Verge is out there. So basically, we need to get back to Pharos because that's a center point for basically all the other worlds we have to go to are all around it. So it's like here, 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 here. Did I count Voyager yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this is the 8th one. Actually, this is probably the 8th one, and then that's the 9th one over there. So we'll go to the Artemis Tau cluster eventually, but not quite yet. I think what we'll do is we'll go do the Horsehead Nebula first because it's closer. We won't go to Novaria. I won't bother going to the system that has Novaria in it yet because we're not going to be doing Novaria yet until we get to Dr. Sony over here, because probably better to ask the daughter what the mother's doing before we go and just, better to take care of a person who might not be under Saren's control before we just go and, murder her mother in cold blood. We might want to ask her about it first. But yeah, we won't be doing Novaria yet because of that. But we'll go do that thing for Gareth, and then we'll head over probably to the local cluster to take care of the Rogue VI, and then we'll head out through here to Pharos, and we'll just investigate all these other systems that are all out of the way here. Argus Row is right there. How do I want to do this? The local cluster is there. You know what? I mean, you guys know where we basically have to go, but we have a lot of side quests to do, and some of them will take a little while to do, so we'll be taking care of those, and we'll be, getting all of them done, probably in the process of going and finding Dr. Sony. But first things first, I need to figure out exactly where I want to go first. The Exogeny stuff seems important because we did just find that on Pharos, but also the Rogue VI is important. My crew members' things can probably wait, but there's also a couple of things in my journal that have just been kind of sitting there, so those might be important too. But I will figure out what priority I want to give on all of those, and I will get back to you guys so that we can travel throughout the galaxy and figure out what the hell's going on with this cipher, while also taking down some bad guys in the process, on the next episode of Mass Effect. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.